Hello friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Report. Because without you guys, this would be nothing. Literally, it'd be nothing. It wouldn't exist if it weren't for you guys. And I want to thank you guys for all the different cold remedies out there, from the honey and lemon and Hennessy, 4 shots before you go to bed, and everything else, the thyme tea, the vinegar tea, and everything else. I'm trying everything in the world because come next Wednesday, I will be jetting to Dallas. I'm going to go tour the Star before going to Houston, and I will be giving you guys a look at the Super Bowl with coverage like you won't get anywhere else. Not from ESPN, NFL Network, none of those places. So be sure to check out all the videos coming up next week. But as always, you know, Jobu needs a refill. Now, of course, you know we have the good old Pro Bowl this weekend, if you want to call that football. But the great thing is, we've got 7 guys that are there. 7 guys that are really healthy. And that's the thing that I am excited about more than anything else, because for once, going into the offseason, our team is really, really healthy. I mean, we got Tyrone Crawford just had shoulder surgery. And DeMarcus Lawrence is probably going to have back surgery. But other than that, there aren't really any major injuries out there that we're dealing with. You know, remember past years we've been waiting for Tony Romo's collarbone to heal or his back and things like that, where we've had Des Bryant dealing with his foot. These guys are going to be ready to go this offseason, and that's going to be fantastic. Now, I'm concerned about the holes that we're going to have in our team. We're going to have a lot of free agents and a bunch of them that we're not going to be able to hold on to. And we need to really address the defensive line. Now, a lot of people say, oh, don't worry, we'll just draft somebody and get them in there. Well, here's the problem with just saying that we'll draft somebody. We've actually been trying to do that for a couple of years now. And generally speaking, if you can't get one of those top 15 picks on the defensive line, generally speaking, you're not going to get a guy that's going to be a major impact. In fact, most pass rushers don't start really developing until their second year. You look at DeMarcus Lawrence. Most of his first season, he was injured, played really well in the playoffs, got a couple of sacks, and then last year played really well, except for the injuries he had this year. So, thinking that we're going to be able to get that late in the first round, 28th pick, we're not going to get an impact person. That's where I think that we really have to make a move in free agency. A lot of people say JPP, but he's looking for a 5-year, $85 million contract, which is way too much. But talking about the draft, the Cowboys have done really, really well in the draft in the last few years, especially in the first round. First round draft picks in 2010, let me read the list. You got Des Bryant, you got Tyron Smith, you got Morris Claiborne, which we traded up and used a second-round pick, second and the first to get him. Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Byron Jones, and Zeke Elliott. You can't argue with that. I mean, Morris Claiborne is the only one that in there that wasn't really that good. That hasn't been our problem. Our problem has been our second-round drafts. Since 2010, here's our second-round picks. Sean Lee, can't complain with that one. He's playing lights out. 2011, Bruce Carter. He had some good games and stuff, but he's no longer on the team. 2012, we traded up for Morris Claiborne, so we didn't have a second round one. 2013, Galvin Escobar. 2014, DeMarcus Lawrence, not bad, but you got to question if he's going to be able to stay healthy. 2015, Randy Gregory. Showed some potential, but unfortunately, he ain't going to be able to play for at least another year. And, of course, 2016, Jalen Smith. So, we've actually been trying to address the line. We've signed some free agents, mostly journeymen from guys like George Selvey and practice squad guys like David Irving, which are good role players. But see, we need a real beast. And we're going to have to do a lot better in that second round draft picks, because that track record, that stinks. Jalen Smith may end up being a great player, but you're talking about Sean Lee, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Jalen Smith since 2010 that are still on the team. Well, Randy Gregory technically is, but he hasn't really done much. So we have to really get an impactful player. That second round draft pick should be a starter on your team every single year. And we've just failed there, and we failed in a lot of the later rounds. So hopefully Will McCray can get us a good piece. Unfortunately, as late as we're picking, I think what we're going to end up having a better option would be actually a cornerback. So as I was saying before, I think we're going to need to look at signing a defensive end or a defensive tackle like Calais Campbell. And I know you guys have heard me say that several times, but you put him on that line, that team is going to be that much better. Now I got to tell you, I'm excited about Dak Prescott, although I've always been excited about Dak Prescott. The way he is literally taking that loss to Green Bay to heart, and he's just basically taking it inside, and he's trying to turn it into something more powerful. To remember what that feeling is like. He's not ready to move on. He wants to use that to be the impetus to be even greater. And you got to love that. I love the fact that these guys are hungry. I love the fact that these guys are healthy. I love the fact that Dak and Zeke are literally like bookends, that they get along so well. I mean, they're in Vegas together. They're in Pro Bowl together. These two are inseparable. And you build a relationship like that with the team, it bodes well for the future, even if the coaching isn't quite there. So as always, friends, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Report and being a part of it, and look for a whole lot of fun next week while we look at the Super Bowl. So have a great night, and I'll see you here soon.